Greetings. I'm Kathy Calvin. I'm the President and CEO of the United Nations Foundation, and I'm also a member of the Family Planning 2020 Reference Group. And today I have the pleasure of chatting with Beth Schlachter, who's the Executive Director of Family Planning 2020. It's exciting, Beth, that 3 years ago the world came together in London at a momentous summit where countries and individuals and nonprofits and the private sector all came together to energize the movement to make sure that women and girls around the world would have access and rights to make sure that they can plan their families and space them and time them the way they want. Those rights are critical, and that summit was such an important moment for making new commitments to make sure we achieve those goals. Yeah. So now we have an organization, a global partnership called Family Planning 2020. You lead it. And it seems like an appropriate time to look back and say, how far have we come? Mm-hmm. What have been the measures of success? Where do we think we're going? And how do you fit into the Sustainable Development Goals that are being adopted this year?
Thank you, Kathy. It is exciting to see that kind of political commitment, that excitement still is at the heart of FP 2020. I think what's most impressive is that currently we have 274 million people around the world now, the first time in history, that have access to and are using modern forms of contraception.
Highest ever. Yeah.
Highest ever. And we have more than 80 donor and government and civil society and private sector commitments to the Family Planning Initiative globally. So there's incredible momentum on all sides, financial, political, and expertise in the field to really make progress for women and girls. I think the great opportunity for FP 2020 is this collaboration that's at the heart of our movement. It's bringing together for the first time in a new platform, all of these organizations that have really laid the foundation over the last 50 years to get us to this moment. For us, I think the most important driving factor is around quality. It's around quality services, quality care, quality contraception, and ensuring that women and girls have the kind of information that they need to make an informed choice.
So 2020 is 5 years into the longer goal of 2030, which the Sustainable Development Goals are aiming for. What role will family planning play in our achieving those Sustainable Development Goals? It's a critical issue for health, for gender, for rights, for equity.
The concept of sustainability that's so central to the Sustainable Development Goals really is at its heart linked to family planning. When you think about the ability of women, girls, and families to control the size of their families and the number of children that they have, that's so central. It's linked to ability to unlock education opportunities, economic opportunities. It's linked to climate change and the environment. So we feel a great responsibility within FP 2020, and I think broadly within the family planning community, to ensure that family planning is centrally located within the Sustainable Development Goals.
So here we are 3 years from the launch in London. What can we expect as we look forward to see Family Planning 2020's progress? What are the things that excite you about what will be happening as a result of the groundwork you've laid over the last 3 years?
Well, again, I think it's really being able to expand programs in a meaningful way so that each individual person within that 120 million gets the kind of access to programs and services that they need in order to lead the kind of lives that they want. And then, of course, it has an impact on the health of families and on the strength of communities and the ability of nations to thrive. So family planning for me is just really central to all of those development goals we have for the future.
Thank you for your leadership of this big, fabulous partnership and network. And for all those women and girls out there, let me just say thank you, and let's keep up the good work.
Thank you, Kathy. It's an exciting place to be, and it's really an honor to be supporting the work of so many partners who've been leading in this field for so many decades.